Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're watching live, thank you for being here, or whether you're watching the recording, as you weren't able to join us live. We want to welcome you. My name's Jen Laurie, and I am super excited to be sharing about Trinont and all about health tonight. We're going to talk all about health. We're going to hear from a couple of amazing guests that have come to share their stories. And we're going to talk about the opportunity to be able to get started and start changing your health right away as well. I have my co-hosts, Benny and Trent, there next to me on the screen. I'm super excited and grateful that they're here to share with you as well. So we're going to get started. I'm just going to jump us into share my screen here, and then we will get started. All right. Okay, you guys can see my screen. Thumbs up. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to talk about Trinont. Trinont is what Trinont means is actually, it means to change life, and how fitting it is because we are seeing life-changing results every single day. Benny and I talk almost every single day, and we are sharing the stories of new stories of success all the time. And it just brings us so much joy. It's one of our favorite things about business. So Trinont has actually been around for 10 years. Our mission is to impact 1 billion lives for good in our first 30 years. We have impactful, innovative, high impact health products and wealth education. So we have a few different layers to this business, and we really want to help people not only have healthy bodies, but healthy bank accounts, which we all need that right now. We are open currently in 5 different places. So you will see us in the US, in Puerto Rico, in India, in Canada, and the UK. Soon to be opening a few new markets later this year. So we are super excited to be able to bring these products worldwide. And so we have 3 pillars of the company. We talked about health, wealth, and community. So with our products, we're going to talk about the health, the wealth education, and tools. We're not going to go too much in depth today, but we will share more in the future on that side. In community side, we love the pillar community where we actually are creating our own missions where we live, and the program is called Lift Where You Live. So this is an initiative where we are making a difference in our own neighborhoods, in our own backyards, and everywhere we go, we create a better world than we find it. And that is, if you love doing great things in the world, you might want to know more information about that. So we have a commitment to quality that is so important for myself and for Benny and many of you on the call. That's what attracted you to come check it out. So most of our products are based on raw whole foods. This is super important when you're looking at supplementation and whole food nutrition. It is not the same as synthetics. Synthetics are not going to give you the same type of results. The body doesn't recognize it as something that it should recognize, and so it does not work as effectively. And so I love the fact that whole foods are used instead of lab-derived isolates, okay? So I also love that all the formulas and technologies are proprietary formulas, and that ensures that from a business perspective, no one else is doing it the same way. So that's super cool because we're the only ones doing it in the way that we're doing it. And this is why we're seeing more impact than has ever been seen in the industry before. We have third-party validations and independent lab testing to make sure that to assure you that all the products that are listed on the packaging is in there and nothing else. So none of the extras that you don't necessarily want. This is not a regulated industry. So it's really important to have that third-party testing because you never know what might be in there without this without this third-party testing. We're also gluten-free and non-GMO. And of course, our favorite is the tens of thousands of success stories, which we come to you live a few times a week, sharing new stories all the time. We're bringing in new stories. So if you've been to one of these health talks before, maybe you heard someone share, but you're going to hear from new people tonight. And so thank you for watching again. And we invite you to watch as many of these as you want, because you never know, you might hear a story that inspires you to share with someone else, a story that will impact their life. So I'm going to pass it off to Benny, and she's going to get us started on talking about some of our favorite products. We're not going to talk about all the products, but we are going to talk about our favorites from 3 of the lineups that we've got.
Amazing. Thank you, Jen. And the first product that I'm going to talk about is our Enrich. And this is a full spectrum digestive enzyme, and it's going to help with your digestion. So it's going to help with your optimal absorption of your nutrients. It's also got a stabilized pre and probiotic in it, which is amazing. There we go. Okay. Do you want me to do the demo, or do you want to play the video?
Up to you. What do you want to do?
I want to do the demo, if that's okay.
Hey, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to just stop share so that we can see you bigger on our screen here.
Awesome. So I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What is the last thing you ate? Or what did you have for dinner? We're having steak and veggies here. So anytime you have cooked or processed food, you need digestive enzymes to help break it down and absorb your nutrients. Now, we start losing digestive enzymes as we age. And oftentimes, as we get older, we have more trouble digesting our food. So throw it in the comments if you know anyone who suffers from heartburn, this guy right here, food sensitivities, and any other digestive challenges you might have. Digestion is the cornerstone of our health. Has anybody here heard of the gut-brain axis? Raise your hands if you have. So that can influence our hormone health, our digestion, our mental health, lots of different things. So we're going to do a little science experiment. You can do this at home when you get your digestive enzymes. In fact, I think it's a great idea. I did it with my son and it was awesome. He knows a lot about digestion. So I'm going to have my Vanna White here help me out, Trent. And this is one of my favorite products because it has helped my love very much. So Trent started taking the digestive enzymes. We take 1 or 2 about 10 to 20 minutes before we eat. And we do that for any cooked or processed food. So hold up this pudding. This is a very processed food. Would you not agree?
You can see it's not moving.
It's not moving at all. That is a solid food. So we're going to keep holding it up, and I'm going to add a digestive enzyme. So this is going to show you exactly how it would work with your food that you are digesting. So we're going to give that a stir. You're very good, Vanna White. And this had a significant impact on Trent within the first week. And what he noticed was his heartburn went away. And I'm talking everything gave this guy heartburn. So does anybody else know anyone who suffers from heartburn or indigestion? Yes. Another little hack, because who doesn't love a good life hack, is if you have tummy trouble, you can actually take a digestive enzyme. So if you eat something and you're, normally you would reach for a Tums, you could actually break the capsule over your tongue and it's going to give you immediate relief. I do this with my son. So just 2 nights ago, he said that he had a tummy ache. I actually put a capsule in a little juice and water, shook it up, gave it to him in a cup, and he ran out of his bedroom 5 minutes later and said, "Mom, I feel so much better." So we're going to have someone come on and share their testimony on Enrich. Erica, are you able to unmute and share just briefly what it was like before and what has changed for you?
Sure. I got chronic migraines for 32 years. I was 12 years old the first time I had a migraine, and they didn't stop until, well, I'm 45 now. And actually, I haven't had a migraine since I've been 45. I realized that my last I started taking the products on my birthday, which was December 29th, and my last migraine was before Christmas this year. And I'm someone who I've kept a headache diary over the years. I've seen a couple different neurologists who have tried to help. You name it, I've taken it. I was even on Advil therapy, where I took an Advil every day just to ward off pain. I've taken vitamins and other supplements and all sorts of stuff, chiro, massage, 3 different types of acupuncture, off-label medications, like hardcore medications that my doctor thought might help, like beta blockers and stuff, different types of birth control, you name it. I tried it all through my 20s and 30s. On my bad months, I would get 15 migraines a month. And I had never had a month where I was less than 3. And I haven't had a migraine in 3 months. And the only thing that really changed in the last 3 months was that I started taking the enzymes. I did start taking the collagen a few weeks later, but I'm 99.9% sure that it is the enzymes, because I'm just sure that it needed to heal up something in my gut. And I was reluctant to start taking them because I was like, well, I don't have gut issues. I have migraines. My digestion's fine. I got migraines. And, Benny was like, well, your gut affects everything. And I thought, okay, awesome. I'll start taking them. Hopefully I'll get a bit more energy or something. And that's what I was hoping for. I thought, oh yeah, it'd be nice if I got some more energy. And this is the best thing ever. I feel so free. It is so nice to not have to worry about getting a migraine, having a migraine. I had to take heavy duty painkillers to even touch them. And of course, then I would have like the hangover the next day because I would feel gross because I had taken my heavy duty vasoconstrictors and stuff. And yeah, and I think the only person that's almost as happy about me not getting migraines is my husband. We've been together for almost 19 years, and he is really happy that he doesn't have to deal with me a couple of times a month. And I just want to add something new. This is really interesting. One of my best friends, he's been one of my best friends since I was 15 and in high school. And he knows me well that I get migraines. There was days where he would be sitting with me on the bench. I would be laying across the bench in the hallway at school, and he would be like rubbing my back, and he would have to go to the office and phone my mom to come pick me up because I would just be like this, and I couldn't even get home. So he knows well, and he happened to send me 2 days ago this article that he happened to be reading in a magazine about gut health and digestive enzymes and stuff. And one of the things somebody said that they had chronic headaches and chronic migraines and that it helped. And so he actually sent me the article in the email, and he was all like, have you tried this? And I'm like, let me tell you.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
that just validates it, right? Like right there, that people are talking about digestive enzymes with migraines and stuff. And I never, having tried so many things over the years, I never ever imagined. Like I said, I went into it just hoping to have a little bit more energy, and now I haven't had a migraine in 3 months, and it's awesome.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Erica, for sharing that. So, and this is why we share, you guys. Like, I have goosebumps. Anyone else have goosebumps? Throw in the comments, give her some love. And Erica, I know how excited you are. So if you're listening tonight and you think of someone in your life that could benefit from hearing from this talk, we always record our talks and we can give you the recording and share with the people you love, because when the people you love are feeling better from a product, that is the best feeling in the world. So we're going to now show you what has happened. Remember, we said we take those and hold it up nice and high and pour it for people, not over the
not
laptop.
over the laptop.
You'll see that it is now
So
liquefied.
You remember how solid this was? This is liquefied.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
And as Jen was saying, we wake up every day to our inbox being full of messages from people saying, oh my gosh, I was able to eat a full meal for the first time. Lots of different stories. So Jen, is there anything that you want to add from your holistic nutritionist perspective on the digestive enzyme?
I think it's really important because we've talked a lot about the enzyme side of it, but it's more of a 2 or actually a 3-in-1 product because it also has stabilized prebiotics and probiotics in it. And so it's not going to just help with the breakdown of the food, but it also helps with the absorption of the nutrients. So it's not only important that we break down the foods to their molecular structure so that our body can access those nutrients, but also to be able to absorb those nutrients is equally important. And also, not only does it help you with the absorption, but it also helps with the elimination process. So whenever we're eating different foods, sometimes we will have some metabolic waste, especially with proteins, we're going to have metabolic waste. It's important that our body's able to release that. And if our body's not able to release it during the elimination process, if our elimination processes are not working very well or optimally, then what's going to happen is it causes an increase in our inflammation in our body. And we know that inflammation can cause pain. It can cause all kinds of interruptions in the pathways of the functioning of our body, which then can lead to symptoms, which if gone on for too long can lead to other problems. And so, you know, when we have these problems, they don't just happen overnight. It's something that happens and continuously happens over time. And so what we do know, so I just want to just also add that we're not necessarily claiming to heal, treat, or cure anything. But what we know is when our body's deficient in something and we give our body what it needs, it responds well and we see fantastic results. And yeah, that's it for the enzymes. You go ahead. What do you want to talk about next, Benny?
We're going to talk about my first Trinont love, and that is the collagen. So you guys, this bottle of collagen is why I'm sitting here today. Is in August, a friend of mine shared, I thought this might make a difference. I had chronic plantar fasciitis and hip pain, as well as my hair. It's not even on the screen anymore, but it wasn't growing. It was like stuck at mid-length. And so I tried the Collagen Glow. This is a liquid collagen, and it is a type 1 collagen. And what we're made up of as humans is type 1. So that's what we want to supplement with. It has 10 grams of protein per serving. So not all collagen is the same. So I was taking a powdered collagen for about 2 years and noticed no results. So now that I know more about collagen, I've looked on the label. It did not contain any protein. This also, as Jen was sharing, we have proprietary blends. This collagen has 7 patents. Nobody else makes a collagen like this. And it has a clinical dose of biotin, as well as it has the hyaluronic acid. So that's going to act like the WD-40 on all your joints, as well as an antioxidant blend. And Jen was sharing in the beginning that we do not use synthetics. So this is an antioxidant blend of real fruit blend, which is amazing. So what I noticed after you guys 1 week of the collagen was my feet weren't hurting. My hip wasn't hurting. I thought it was maybe like just a fluke. But no, I have not had any feet or hip pain. I can now wear any shoes. I can hike up mountains. And we were actually just talking, we had a birthday weekend and we were maybe not the kindest to our bodies. We ate some foods and things like that. And we hiked a mountain and we feel fantastic. In fact, I feel younger today than I did a year ago at 40. And just in general, that's something that I hear from people and see with people because it is called Collagen Glow. So this one here, you guys, has changed my life. We take 1 shot before bed. I just talked to someone today who said that she is sleeping fantastic. So this one product has given me more health benefits than all my supplements I was on previous. And that was just the tip of the iceberg. Iceberg.
I call it liquid gold.
It
I call
is.
it liquid gold because it feels like liquid gold. It is so valuable that I will literally like lick every last drop of it because I am not letting any of it go to waste. But just to expand a little bit on the biotin, because this is something that's really important to note, because most a lot of brands out there also have biotin in it. Not all do, but some do. The biotin will help increase the results of the collagen. But here's what you need to know. Benny mentioned it was a clinical dosage. So if you are looking at other brands, pick it up. If it's advertising biotin, I mean, we don't even advertise it, which is kind of funny because we should. But biotin is often advertised as this like miracle thing that's been added to a collagen. But here's the thing, guys. If it does not have a clinical dosage, it will not do anything for you. So it needs to have 4,500 micrograms per serving to be a clinical dose. Okay, this is like, to not put the exact amount that is a clinical dosage, because all of our supplement blends are meant to be therapeutic dose, not something that's just going to give you a little maintenance help, but something that's actually going to change things in your body for the better. And those companies that have less than 4,500 micrograms are literally doing it for marketing purposes, which happens. It just is what it is. It happens. And so I've seen as little as 2.4 micrograms of biotin in a collagen, to a maximum that I've found is about 400 micrograms. I have not yet found another collagen that has that substantial amount of biotin in it. So very, very interesting. Cassie says she has had one that had 500. So 500 is my new max, I can say. But yeah, it's really incredible they're just kind of counting on the fact that you probably didn't know that. And again, the hyaluronic acid, having a clinical dosage of hyaluronic acid is just going to increase the results of the collagen. And then that antioxidant formula. When we are talking about collagen, we're talking about the structural proteins in your body, what holds us together. And the antioxidant formula that is added to this is added in an amount that is way beyond what I've ever seen also in any formula. But being this whole food complex is going to help help your cells from getting damage from the free radical damage in your body. It's going to keep the structure of your cells strong. And one thing we know is that our cells are always being recreated, right? Cells die, we create new cells. But the reality is if we have damaged cells, we cannot create healthy cells from damaged cells. We need to have healthy cells to create more healthy cells. If we have too many damaged cells that are creating damaged cells, that's when we age faster. That's when we start feeling older than we should. It's when we look older than we should look. That is the free radical damage happening in your body faster than it should, because we have to have that healthy cell.
I love it. Would we like Linda to come on?
Yeah, let's invite Linda. Linda has an amazing story. I think I'm just going to let her take it away because I can't wait for her to share with you.
Hi, everybody. I haven't done this before, so this is kind of a new night for me. Hi. I guess I connected with Jen because I was watching what she was doing and it looked interesting and I wanted to learn more. I got to a point, I'm going to be 60 this year in July, so it's a big new chapter for me. And I really have decided I wanted to go into my new chapter of 60s as healthy and as well as I can. I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired and achy and just really foggy and lack of energy and just sort of not really enjoying every day. So health-wise, I've got several injuries to my back and to my knees. I farm and I've worked with all kinds of animals for years and also a nurse. So I've caught patients, I've lifted, 200-pound cattle. I've done all kinds of things to my body that have caused aggregate and injuries and compound injuries. So my knees have been aching for years. My low back has ached for years. My feet started to ache. I've been having a lot of muscle cramps in my calves and up even into my quads. And more recently, my fingers, they're all arthritic. They've increased in joint size, but they were aching and so sore. And so that was bothering me. I have very high blood pressure and I've been on meds for almost 16 years now. And I've suffered with depression and anxiety for a lot of that. Lisa, on a presentation on Sunday, talked about working for Alberta Health Services or in healthcare and how burned out you get. And that would have been my lot in life as well. I'm now retired for 2 years. And I work as a full-time farmer now. So I am using my body every day and I need to be able to do that on an ongoing basis. So I'm on a variety of meds that I would really like to get off of. I think I'm starting to have side effects from them and that I don't like. And I just would like to go into the 60s on as few drugs as possible, or at least on minimal dosages to keep me healthy. Because I have a lot I want to accomplish, in the next 20 years. My parents both died at 71. So that's kind of a marker on the wall for me. And I want to make it past that by a long ways. So what have I done about it? Well, I got a hold of Jen and I ended up trying Glow and Enrich and Optimize right out the gate. Those are the 3 things that I've been using. And I have to tell you that I sort of couldn't believe it. I woke up one morning and I thought, I didn't move in bed all night. Like I always wake up to shift positions because it hurts like crazy to move my legs or to move my back and shift. That didn't happen. Hasn't happened since the first 3 or 4 days on Glow. I am sleeping better because I don't have all that pain at night. And from what I understand, Glow helps anyways with sleep. So that's another great thing. My skin on my arms and my legs has always been notoriously dry and rough. And my skin on my arms and my legs is like a baby's bottom right now. It's amazing. It feels, I can't stop touching my arms. It feels so nice. I'm a weirdo, but anyways, there you go. The other thing is weight has been a huge issue for me. I was a skinny little wafer until I was 30 and had children. And then nothing would ever fall off of me again. And I just kept gaining weight. And I love food. So I was helping myself to lots of different things, not always healthy for me. I have to tell you that since I've been taking these for the last 2 weeks, that's all I've been on any of the TurnOut products is 2 weeks now. I have dropped actually 8 pounds, Jen. I went back and recalculated. It's 8 pounds without any other effort. I'm just trying to, eat my regular food and smaller portions, but 8 pounds and it feels great. I have noticed that my blood pressure is actually, it's not as low as I'd like it to be, but it's staying there. And someone did another health talk on the metabolism the other night. Or was it the one before? Excuse me, my COVID symptom stuff here is catching up on me, which by the way, COVID has been in our house and I am the only one that didn't get as like down and out sick as everybody else. And I have to say that I believe it's because I'm on my TurnOut supplements. So that's been really cool to watch. Not so cool for my family, Benny. I hear you when you suffer about the people you love. I have also tried the Zest and the Mojo. And I have to tell you, there was within half an hour, of having both of those, like not at the same time, my mind was like happy and clear and I had energy. Both those days that I tried those, I accomplished a tremendous amount around my house. And I've been a bit of a couch potato of late through the winter months. The light affects me. So it was really nice to get a bunch of stuff done and feel good about that. Oh, I have really weird fingernails. My thumbnails, for whatever reason, have grown all kinds of ridges and strange things on them. And it's just the thumbnails. And those are filling in and growing out. Like I thought I'd never have a normal thumbnail again on either hand. And I think I'm going to actually end up with normal nails again, which is really cool. Happy about that. It's just one of those weird things that my husband picks at and goes, oh, those weird nails of yours. It's kind of like the nail fungus ad on TV and they go, oh, gross, only it's my thumbnails and they're not fungus. That's just weird. So in general, I am feeling like $1 million until I got COVID. I couldn't have told anyone that I would ever feel that good again in that short a period of time. The other thing I've added in from listening to other talks and when talking with Jen is I also added in boost and balance and renew. And that's been this last week. So I've had 7 days of that on top of the 14 days of the glow, enrich, and optimize. And I'm excited, especially about the renew, given the effects it has on the organs and on blood vessels. I'm really looking to get off of my hypertensives, my antidepressants, and some of my heart meds. So this journey so far in 2 weeks has blown my socks off, and I can't imagine where I'm going to be even in a month from now. So thanks for letting me share tonight.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. I was like having to take a couple deep breaths at the beginning when you started sharing, because I was like, oh man, I'm gonna cry, right? Because when you are able to help someone in this way, it touches your heart, right? And I'm so excited about your results, because I remember we had a coffee date and you were sharing all these, struggles that you've had. And I just wanted this to work for you so much. And I'm so, so happy and pleased with the results that you're getting. Thank you again for sharing with us.
You're welcome. Jen, I was a bit unsure that this would work as well as it does at my age. Like I thought, oh, this is going to work fabulous for young people, but I wonder how it's going to work for those of us who are in that late years, kind of getting into those later years. Not that I consider myself old, but we're aging. And I wasn't sure. And I'm so positively happy about how that worked out.
I love it. And your story is going to help so many people. So thank you for sharing your story and continue sharing your story, because there is many people out there who need to hear your story, because they can have the same results as you. So it's amazing.
Thanks. I'll keep you posted on my results with my blood pressure and stuff.
Yes. Keep us posted with the boost and the renew. That should definitely impact your blood pressure results for sure.
So amazing. And when we say impact products, you guys, that's 2 weeks. Isn't that amazing? Holy smokes. Well, we're going to just talk about one more product. We could spend all night talking about products and sharing stories, but we want to get to how you can get your hands on things. But we'll just mention, Linda, you mentioned that you had tried the Boost and the Zest. So I'm going to just share quickly.
Mojo and the Zest.
Oh, sorry. The Mojo and the Zest. So we're going to just share about that before we move on to how you can get your hands on products. So we have a nootropic coffee as well as a Zest. The Mojo comes in a coffee or a hot chocolate, and the Zest comes in a peach, roasted peach, or a vanilla lavender. If you are someone who has tried them before, put in the comments if you're team Mojo, team Zest, or how you like them. I have replaced my coffee with Mojo. So the nootropics, they're going to do exactly what Linda said, which is fire up those happy hormones, give you more focus, more clarity, and more energy. Put up your hands if you would like more energy. You guys, this was my health goal when I started with Trinont. I wanted more energy. I was exhausted and depleted all the time. I have not gone to Starbucks, a drive-through coffee shop, or spent a single penny on coffee outside of having my Mojo a day. This is absolutely amazing. I know that Cassie's on here. She loves the Zest. Trent loves the Zest. I know Jen's been using it as a pre-workout. Anything you want to add about the Mojo? I know Erica loves the Mojo. It helps with her anxiety.
Yeah. I just love that it gives like sustained energy. It's not just like this drug boost and then it goes away, kind of like what coffee does is it spikes you up and then drops you down. Same with if you reach for sugar, it's going to spike you up and drop you down. It actually puts you on a cortisol loop, which is bad because when cortisol is high, you know, lots of people you'll hear like they just can't drop a pound no matter what they do. Often it's because the cortisol is flying high, right? Coffee can be a culprit for that. Stress and coffees, that's the culprit for cortisol and insulin being elevated for a long time. And your body literally cannot lose weight. Like those hormone pathways shut down when those things happen. And so that's why we hear it being so common. And so I wanted to share a couple of what's been, because those of you watching the recording don't have access to the chat. So I wanted to share a couple of things that our friends on here have shared about it. So Jen says Mojo cleans her busy brain and helps her be a better mom. Oh, love that, right? Not yelling at your kids so much. You should be having a little extra patience. We need extra patience, right? Erica says she loves the Mojo. Mojo helps with anxiety and brain fog. Cassie has a brand new baby. You guys see Cassie on here. She's got brand new baby. And she says it's really helped with the baby blues. So that's interesting, right? Lisa added in that she's had lots of success with Renew with lowering her blood pressure. So Linda, you connect with Lisa on that one. Let's see what else we got here.
Grounded and peaceful. And Linda also mentioned she's a coffee snob. Me too. And I've replaced coffee with Mojo. So if you're someone who loves coffee, you need to try the Mojo. Replacing monster drinks with the Zest, or I have another customer who has replaced her Dr. Pepper habit with a Zest in the afternoon, and she says she doesn't get the crash. So many different things. So good.
Oh, Crystal says it's replaced the Monster energy drinks. That is a good thing because that will replace that habit for sure. Cassie says she doesn't even crave coffees or lattes anymore at all. That's amazing. I am not a coffee drinker, so I didn't have that. But after hearing our friend Nancy's story with using it as a pre-workout, I was like, I do that. Let me try, because I had tried pre-workouts in the past. I never liked the ingredients, but I was like, I found one that I would try because everybody's doing it. And so, sometimes you get caught up in things, right? And I'm like, well, what if? Let me try it. And I didn't like the way it made my heart race. It actually gave me brain fog. And it just it did not improve my athletic performance at all. I didn't like it at all. So I have this container in my house that I'm never going to use. But I thought, let me try this. And I tried it, and man, I lifted heavier. I was faster. My heart rate I've been running 10K every day, you guys. I'm not a runner. I am now. I wasn't a runner in the past. I am now. I got to watch what I say. But I'm my cardio is really struggling because my heart rate's so high and my breathing is heavy, but everything is just chill. I take the boost and I take the Zest and I go for my run, and I'm just even keel the whole way, feeling amazing.
Awesome. So we shared a lot of products. We want to hear from you guys. Out of those ones we talked about tonight, we had the Enrich, the digestive enzyme with the pre and probiotic. We talked about that collagen, the liquid gold, and the Mojo and the Zest. Which one are you guys most excited about? And if you are an associate or have tried our products, also tell us which one's your favorite. And then Jen,
What? Yeah, I'm going to share a couple pictures just because,
Mm.
you know, we heard these stories, but visuals are very powerful. Is anybody a visual person like me? I'm a visual person. So we can share our hearts to you, but that doesn't actually show what's happening. And we know that what is happening on the outside of our body is a reflection of what's happening on the inside of our body. So I'm going to share just a couple of pictures with you guys. So this is some before and after pictures of some of our friends on Glow. So you can see the tightening of skin. You can see scars. So we always say when you start taking Glow, you might not notice the difference. So take pictures of everything before, because you never know what will change. And so any scars and tightening of skin, that's going to happen. And then we have some friends here who did collagen loading. Whoever invited you to watch can send you some more information on collagen loading. But our friend Lori here, she cracks me up. So she talks about how it looks like someone took an iron to her bum. So you can see how very different this is. This was after 30 days of collagen loading. She was actually taking the collagen to help with her gut issues, but she listened. She took pictures of everything. And so how incredible is that? Just that's a reflection of what's happening on the inside. Okay, so we are going to talk about how do you get your hands on these products. So first of all, whoever sent you this recording or who invited you here live, they have access to some pretty amazing testimonial groups. If you have not been invited to join one of these groups, please ask them to invite you, because we have powerful testimonies where you can go in and you can click on the search bar, and maybe if you're suffering from something like arthritis, you could type arthritis in the search bar and you could see what other people are using to create that success story, and it will help you to know which products maybe you might want to start on. So we have a lot of success systems built right in. So it's really important to have it in order to have a successful business. You need to have a really great product. Consumable is the best type, a really great product, but you also have to have systems in place for a successful business, and you have to have a great comp plan. We're going to talk just briefly about that. So we have people who like our products and they choose to become customers. And we have people who love our products and they can't get enough of them. And they have to, just like for me, I can't stop talking about it to people because I want everyone to feel how amazing I felt when I started taking the products. And so that's when you know that you want to be an associate. So I want to ask you guys, put it in the chat. Put a yes in the chat if you are someone who goes to a movie theater, watches a really great movie, and then cannot help yourself, but you need to message your 3 best friends to tell them they need to go watch that movie. It was amazing. Or maybe you discover a brand new restaurant. I just said it like my kids say it. Restaurant. Funny story, side story. My kids have always said restaurant. We've never corrected them. They do know the difference now. They are teenagers. They know the difference, but they still say it that way. And we just let it be because we think it's cute, but I'm sure it won't last forever. But if you discover a really great restaurant in your neighborhood, hands up if you're posting it on social media. I had an amazing dinner with amazing service. I can't wait to go back. You're going to share on social media and you're going to tell friends about it. Because if you are that person who likes to share your good experience with other people so they could potentially have a good experience as well, then you may want to consider becoming an associate. So let's just take a quick look at what that looks like. So we can be customers and you can save 10% for every month for being on subscription, 14% if you are purchasing 3 to 4 products a month, and 18% if you're purchasing 5 or more products every month. Okay, so that's how you can get a discount as a customer. As an associate, you get those same discounts, but you also get a free website where now you can earn commissions for sharing your link. So social selling is like the second, I believe, Benny, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the second fastest growing industry right now in the world. Social selling, having a website, having an affiliate number, having the things. Go out, have a great experience with the product and share with friends. That is what social selling is. So you have the differences being from being a customer to an associate is you get this free website that you can then share with other people, and Trinot will thank you by paying you commissions. And you make 50% commissions on customer points of every order. So this becomes residual income. You have heard some stories here tonight. I know you felt it in your heart, and you know that other people, you're going to want to have other people help to feel that way. And so you can help them feel that way, because not everybody is going to want to be an associate, and that's okay. When they are ordering from your website, you're going to make commissions every month. If you have 10 customers using our Glow, our liquid gold, you could be earning an extra $500 a month. Put in the chat, what would you do with an extra $500 a month? Put it in the chat right now. But of course, you have friends who like to shout from the rooftop also, so they potentially will want to become associates. And you get to make 50% Smart Start bonus on the purchases of new associates as well. We're going to talk about these silver, gold, platinum packages in just one moment. But you earn commission when you help other people get started on their journey as well. We also have this amazing opportunity to earn over $1,000 every single month based on your own activity. This is unheard of in the industry. So with 10 customers and 3 new associates, you get a bonus of $1,280. This can happen every single month. How cool is that? Benny, you earned this before?
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
It's amazing. And I was just sharing that, you know, one of the things, anybody who's a parent here, put up your hand. I might cry, but my son has tutoring on Tuesdays and he starts private swim lessons next week. And those are things I wanted to pay for, but I could not afford before earning this bonus.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Because we forget about the little things. We forget about the little things sometimes, right? And it's those little things that matter so much. You know, my kids are in some pretty expensive sporting activities, and this bonus comes in handy for sure. So we also have something that's completely unheard of in the industry, which you get. So again, in the chat, put car bonus in the chat if you've ever heard that in direct sales, network marketing, they give a car bonus, right? I think they all give some sort of bonus, but it's at the top 2%. You have to wait till you're part of the top 2% club to do that. That's not what it's like here. At the very first rank, you have the opportunity to go out, get a Jeep, and Trinot will pay you to drive that Jeep. How cool is that? So we have a Jeep bonus that starts at the very first level when you have 3 associates in your line. And we build together here. There's no breakaways. There's no, you get paid infinitely down. Of course, we can go into greater detail on another call. If you're interested in learning more about the business, deeper information on how you can earn, what kinds of bonuses you can earn, please put it in the chat. Put bonus in the chat And we will make sure that Benny or I reach out to you so we can make sure you understand the full depth of income that you can earn here at Trinont, because right here we show you can make over $3,000 in month one. That is life-changing money. I asked you what you'd do with $500. What would you do with $3,000? I am committed to taking my family on a trip to a very high-end resort in Mexico in the fall, because my kids are getting older. They're going to move out soon, and it's like our last big trip. And they're also older, which means I have to buy 2 rooms because there's 4 of them. So, you know, this is life-changing. This is what I'm putting money aside for. You tell us in the chat what you're putting money aside for. So I'm not going to go into depth, but I just want to note that, like, at the very beginning, from Jade, you could be earning anywhere from $770 in extra cash. If you just need a couple thousand, if that's life-changing for you, a couple thousand a month, you can easily do it within the first couple of levels of rank advancing. Or if you are a goal getter, if you're a serious goal getter and you're like, why would I stop there? I want more. I want that second property, the vacation property, all those sorts of things that I know are on my wish list. Maybe you're going to land way up here. This is my goal right here. Benny, I know this is your goal. Like, let's get here. Blue Diamond, where you could be making $150,000 a month, guys, not a year, a month. So this is what's available. And what I think is really cool is we actually are seeing people achieve this. It's not just like there on paper, we're watching it happen and we're experiencing it ourselves. So that's really cool. I talked about systems. We have an app that you get when you sign on, where you get access to tools that you can share with a click of a button. How cool is that? We also have a Legacy Builders System Facebook group. We have a system, a social media campaign system, where we give you the first 60 days of social media so that you start learning how to interact and how to have conversations and how to build relationships with people online, so that you have people to talk to. We have trainings, so many trainings available, all kinds of things. So how do you get started? We do have available packages. This is not the full lineup of packages. This is just some of the packages. These are the silver, gold, and platinum packages. I think Benny would agree, and many of you on the call might agree, that the only regret is not getting the platinum package. So when I first started, I was a little hesitant because I had actually not gone on an overview and heard I probably would have picked platinum if I had stories like tonight's stories that were shared, but I didn't. And so I had gotten a smaller package just to try that glow. I needed to have that result for myself. And though we have many different price points, you're going to save the most money when you get the top packages. Top 2 packages, the gold and platinum, actually come with coupons. Who likes to help friends save money? They come with coupons that you can give away to your first 10 or 20 people. Okay, so that's super cool. Benny, do you want to add anything there?
No, I don't think so. I just love that there is a pack for absolutely everyone. And as Jen mentioned, my only regret is that I did not get the platinum pack. It's just such amazing value. And but luckily Trent and I both joined, so we had a second chance.
Yes.
So you really can't go wrong.
Get the partner. So we got the platinum on our second chance when Mark signed up, right? So the other thing I want to just quickly note is there's no annual fees, there's no website fees, there's no minimums to stay an associate. It's seriously, I know it sounds too good to be true, but I think that the Trinot owners are so forward thinking. They basically looked at every comp plan in the world and said, let's just make this the best one. Let's take the best from all the comp plans out there, and any of the bad stuff, let's just get it out of the way, and like, let's not do that. And so I have been blown away by this. So we'll end it here, but so Benny's going to just stop the recording, but I can see on for a few minutes if anyone has any questions, comments, or wants to